I'll go to. Okay.
Good morning, everybody.
Hello, welcome. If you're here, put in chat where you're zooming in from. Charles, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to be with you. Oh, look at
Yeah,
that.
likewise.
Berlin and Italy, Portugal, Kyle from Denver, Canary Islands. Spain. Wow. Oman,
British Columbia. We got a Canadian in the house. Nice.
got a
Michigan,
Texan in
Virginia.
the house. Grand Rapids. I've been to Richmond, Virginia. I had
Switzerland.
I've had some of the best food I've ever had in Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, London. I had
London.
good food in London too.
Hong Kong. What time is it in Hong Kong?
Sarah, what must be the middle of the night for you?
Or tomorrow?
Or tomorrow? Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, Scotland. Oh, I love Scotland.
11:30 p.m. in Hong Kong right now.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Well,
Wow.
thank you for staying up
Yes.
after my bedtime. Uh,
Uh,
my husband and I drove around Scotland. We had a wonderful time and we ate a gazillion shortbreads. The little boxes. I can't think of the name of them, the little boxes. Yeah. Oh, not
Awesome.
excluding Dallas. Are you kidding? Dallas is one of the prettiest towns. It's got great shopping.
Wow. I've
Nice.
never been to Dallas.
It's
Hello
beautiful.
from Ireland.
Oh, I love Ireland too.
Yes. I've
Yeah.
never been to that part of the world. London I have been, but not Scotland or Ireland.
I'm an Anglophile. I'd live half the year in England if I could. Or
Yeah. But I love a good Guinness and a beef pot pie with you use the beef stew and the pie. I don't know what they could call it, but those are two beautiful combinations. I'm not sure where that's from, whether that's Scotland or England or Ireland, but tastes good.
it sounds pretty British to me.
Uh,
Oh,
good stuff.
San Diego. Oh my gosh, Laura, are you okay with all the rain? They had a big storm. A hurricane came through from Mexico.
Yeah.
And San
A lot
Diego
of
had, yeah, Southern
I was
California.
leading a class this last weekend for CTI, and we had it was a West Coast class, so a good
Oh,
portion of them were from Southern California, and they were experiencing the heavy rain and an earthquake on Sunday afternoon, of all things. So
oh my God.
yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, that's
Okay,
unbelievable. Okay.
hello, Daniel from Montreal. Good to see you.
Yeah, Victoria. Oh, beautiful town. I love that town.
Victoria's beautiful, especially in the
I love,
summertime too.
yeah, and Bouchard Gardens.
Mm-hmm.
Eric from New York City.
Awesome,
Another
Texas
one of
even.
my favorite places. I got a lot of Texas folks here.
Nova
No,
Scotia, Canada, Shauna. Nice.
Shauna, you okay with the fires? Hope so. Ah,
Boston, one of my favorite cities, Boston.
mine
Both are.
too. The best cannoli in the world.
And great seafood.
Yeah,
Love the
great
seafood.
seafood.
Yeah,
Oh, Shauna, I'm so glad.
good to
Well,
hear. Good to
having
hear.
being in Northern California, I know what how scary fires are. Marcus from Houston, welcome, New York.
New York. Toronto's in the house. Yes.
Yeah, you're from
One for Toronto. Born and raised in Toronto. Good to see you, Yvonne.
yeah. Well, welcome.
Well, welcome everyone.
Yeah, we're glad you're here, and we can't wait to have you experience a little bit of coactive coaching today.
Mhm.
Ready to get started, Charles, or do you want
Yes,
to
let's go.
wait
No,
minutes?
let's get it. Let's get going. I think we got quite a few people in the house, so yeah, let's
Yeah,
get going.
yeah. So let's give you a little lay of the land of what to expect. Um, we're going to give you a little definition of coaching, then we'll introduce the coaching tools. Um, you'll witness a demo. Charles is going to coach a wonderful woman that we know. Hi, Donna. And then we're going to debrief that coaching so that you get a sense of what to expect. And then we'll have, and then you can put your Q&As in the, Donna, where are they putting the Q&As? Anyway, but we'll answer the questions. They'll get us the questions.
Yeah.
Learning what coaching is, a coaching tool, demo, skills, listen to a debrief, gets questions answered. Okay.
Hi, Susan. I'm just popping up to say that there's a Q&A in the toolbar. So if you have any questions, pop them in the Q&A. The chat is for everything else.
Great. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for the.
I'm sure you're going to want to know a little bit about who Susan and I are. So why don't we do that first, Susan, and then we can get into learning what coaching is.
Okay, let's get the slide taken down, please. Thank you. Yeah. Brag on yourself, Charles.
Brag on myself. Beautiful. Well, yeah. I'm Charles Suwa-Singh. I'm a CTI faculty member. I'm born and raised in Toronto, Canada. I've been in technology for about 27 years before becoming a coach. I've been actively coaching now for about 9 years. Most recently, well, in the last few years, really focusing on emerging leaders, especially Black men and women in corporate. I also operate and host and facilitate a group for men of color, which is a group coaching program specifically targeting men of color. I'm right now in Boise, Idaho, of all places, with my wife, who completed a facilitating a conference here for some executive leaders. And I'm enjoying myself doing this and golfing. So that's my other passion, is golfing and being outdoors. So that's a little bit about me. But Boise is interestingly cool. It's beautiful weather here. Food's been good, and it's been treating me really well. So all that.
It's your anniversary too. So happy.
That is my anniversary. Yes, exactly. 7 years with my wife. So, and we're blessed to be here.
Well, happy anniversary. I know y'all are lucky to have each other.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Well,
Susan, how about you?
Yeah, I'm Susan Carlisle, and I live in Sonoma, California, beautiful wine country in Northern California. And you have to say beautiful wine country. It goes.
Is that the slogan?
Yeah, because it is. It's wonderful to live here. And I've been doing something for CTI and coaching for over 20 years now. And I love it more now than ever. I keep learning more and more about this model and learning the depth of it, the beauty of it. It is so rich. I do everything I can for CTI because I'm committed to this work. I lead the classes and the certification program. And I have my own coaching business also and my own clients, and develop my coaching, starting out coaching executives. And then now I'm not semi-retired, but I'm really committed. I coach mostly people in our certification program and anybody that I get recommended from, and I'm having a ball. It's like 20 years of play, and I can't believe I get paid for it too, Charles.
Yeah. Well, for those out there listening, for those out there that's listening in, this is a special moment for me because Susan and I, she was part of my certification experience at Coactive. And now to be at the front of the room, co-leading with her right now today is a blessing for me. So it's like full circle, right?
Great fun for me too, Charles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's us. Enough about us. So what we want to do now is we want to just let you know just a little bit of what we call in our model. If you look at our model, there's a component of designed alliance, and that's what we're doing now. Designing our alliance, letting you know how we're going to work together and what to expect. And we want you to know nothing is scripted. This is, the coaching's not scripted. Nothing is. We've got an outline of what we want to do today and what we want to have you have an experience of. That's about it.
And confidentiality, normally we hold confidentiality as like the golden rule when it comes to coaching. That way we can create a space of safety and vulnerability and courage and all that within our coaching conversations. But being that this is a public forum, this is a webinar, and we are recording this, our volunteer client knows very well that we won't be holding confidentiality and per se for this space here. Okay.
And she's agreed to that. So
Yes.
yeah, and she's going to bring a real topic. We're going to give you a tool that we use in coactive coaching, and she's been met with our assistant, and so she's not met with us. We don't know her, but she's gotten ready and gotten her topic ready just for the sake of time. But
Okay.
she's brand new.
Awesome. Okay. So we get this question all the time, and ICF has its definition, and we'll want to play on add our perspectives to it as well. But what is coaching? And by the SEF, they consider coaching as partnering with individuals in a thought-provoking and creative process that meant to inspire them to maximize their personal and professional potential.
Yeah, that's good. That's really clear, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
In our certification program, we have what we call the client game. And so I get to talk about a lot with students about what their definition is and how they talk about it. So can I share a few of those right now?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
They're so wonderful. I got permission to use these. One of our students said they talk about coaching as purpose-driven navigational work towards the life you want. Isn't that beautiful?
That's well said.
Isn't that great? It's
Yeah.
the art and science of purpose-driven work. Changes I cannot to I can. The art, let's see, it's about more of what you want and less of what you don't want.
Yes, all those are true.
Oh, isn't that good? I love those.
Yeah. One of the things that comes to me regarding coaching, it's where the focus is, right? It's on the client. It's on the person that we're coaching. It's not about the coach.
Yeah.
It's about discovering what's within this beautiful human being that we are in front of as we're coaching, so that we discover who this individual is and what do they long for, what are they desiring, what they're wanting more of. And even, there's probably things or perspectives or behaviors or mindsets that might be getting in the way of them. And understanding those could be incredibly powerful as well and freeing. But it's really the tension is on the client and what it is they want out of life, what they want more out of life. And it could be a rich, thought-provoking, transformative conversation.
Oh, that's beautiful, Charles.
Yeah.
I know so many of our students come and they've been problem solvers in their work and they are good at it. And like trying to work to coach, learn to coach just to coach the person, it's a different mindset, but it's transformational. Jim Patterson, one of our CTI leaders, said, "We're not in the business of solving problems. We're in the business of lives being lived."
Yes, I love that. And so I'm a recovering consultant. I'm a recovering consultant. I'm recovering from having to know everything.
Yes.
Because the beautiful thing now with coaching is I'm free of having to know everything.
Yeah.
Right. I consider myself, okay, I'm an expert coach, but my client is an expert in their life.
Exactly.
Right? And all of their answers evolve inside them. I just create the space for them to discover what those answers are.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
I feel like we're so fortunate to be able to do that. I remember when I realized when I was trying to sneak in telling them what to do, they never did what I told them to, suggested anyway. And once I realized what you just said, it changed everything.
Yeah.
They're going to get to see that in just a minute too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right on. So one of the things that we use as a coaching tool, like there's so many tools and skills in coaching. One of the ones that we want to present to you is what we call the Wheel of Life. And this is a great tool to sort of discover or create an awareness within the client of where they're seeing fulfillment or a level of satisfaction in different aspects of their life. I know we have an image of it. Yeah, here's what it is.
Yeah. Um, it, Now, these aren't all the areas of anybody's life, but they cover pretty much all of it, not completely all of it. So, and we found that these are areas where we get the people are most interested in getting coaching around. I just want to say something about physical environment. That's any, like your office, your home, anything that's physical that you want to give some attention to.
Yeah. So this might include, like Susan, what you said, your office, your home. It could be include your community, your neighborhood, whatever it is that you're living within as an environment that you could say, well, okay, am I fulfilled or satisfied with?
Yeah, I know. For years, I had to get coach. I didn't have to, but I got to get coaching on organizing my office. It's
Yes.
so neat, but if you walk into my office, it looks wild chaos.
Yeah, especially if your office is a home office, right? Too. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
But what the way we use this tool, and I'll speak from my experience, I would normally use this to kick off a coaching relationship. And this is a way for me to get to know my client. And we may go around the circle and we touch on each of these domains or areas of their life to gauge, okay, where are you feeling fulfilled in that area of career or money or physical environment? And then discover what would it, if it was a 6 or a 7, what would it make it an 8 or a 9?
Mhm. So when you look in this form, 1 is not very satisfied at all or not very fulfilled in this area. 10 is, wow, I'm really satisfied. 10 is not the ultimate goal. There isn't a goal. It's not like getting everything at a 10. It's just right now in your life today. Where are you? So it kind of gives you a roadmap of where you are in these areas.
Yeah. And this is your personal relationship with these areas. There's no kind of universal measure of this. This is really about this, how you feel about this part of your life right now.
Yeah.
And there's no universal benchmark or score of any of these things or what it should look like. It's how do you feel about this area of your life?
Yeah. I know some people think proactive coaching or living a balanced life would be having them at 10. The truth is, if I give attention, like I'm really got something going on at work and I'm giving it a lot of attention, I might not be taking care of my personal growth. And that's okay. But it's just gives you a viewpoint of where you are so you can make conscious choice of where you want to be.
Mm-hmm. And the thing too is that as a tool, it gives us as a coach some information of where we can focus to coaching.
Yeah.
Right. So if, for instance, like say with Susan, you might be driving a 9 or a 10 in your career, but say, for instance, that might be coming at a cost with your family and friends, and
Yeah.
that score might be lower, 4 or 5. Well, we might not spend a lot of time or energy in career, but we might want to pay attention to, okay, what's happening in our family and friends area. And are you satisfied with it being a 4 or 5? Or do you want to see an opportunity for some balance or some growth or possibility in family and friends? So we can use this tool to gain insight of where a client is and where we can put some attention for our coaching.
Yeah. So, okay.
So like what we said, maybe even for you out there in webinar land, take a look at these areas and where would you score yourself right now in a level of fulfillment when you think of these areas? How would you score yourself today?
Yeah. And you might separate family and friends sometimes
Mhm.
because things might be going really well with family, but you're not able to give your friends some time.
Right.
So you can separate that out too.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So now,
I think we have a client in our waiting room here who's probably itching to get going on this. Should we segue to that, or is there something you want to cover before we go to the next?
no, let's just set this up a little bit though.
Yeah.
Charles is going to coach somebody who's volunteered. And as I said earlier, she met with one of our assistants and saw the wheel and marked the wheel earlier and has her topic. But that's all. Charles has never met her. So he's going to coach her for 10, 15 minutes. And I'll go off camera. Charles, do you want me to come back on camera at a certain time to?
Yeah, say at 9 minutes, just maybe
I'll
turn
just
the
come
camera
on.
on. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have a couple minutes.
Okay. The reason I'm doing that is just to give him a lay of land with time. It's not that it means it has to stop. He knows he's been coaching about 9 minutes. When I come on, then I'll go back off camera.
Yeah.
What we want you to do while our client, his client, her life is wonderfully interesting. Pay attention to the skills Charles is using, and that's what we're going to debrief at the end, because we want you to give it a taste of coactive skills.
Yeah. And for those who are not familiar with how we teach the core curriculum, this is very much akin to how we actually demonstrate coaching within our program. So we take our participants through their own experience to feel the energy of coaching, but it's also for the rest to see, okay, what skills was the leader demonstrating and practicing to coach. So, you know, Susan's instructions for you as you're watching, identify some of the things I was doing or embodying or co-creating with my client to make the coaching experience rich and engaging and, you know, serving the client. So,
and we'll answer questions about that when the coaching is over. Okay, well, we're ready, and I'm going to go backstage, I think is what I do.
Yeah. Is it backstage or off camera?
I'll go off camera. How's that?
Go off camera, yeah.
That's easier.
Yeah, there we go. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. I can't assume where you are.
Good afternoon.
Good. Can you just help me with your name? Segwilin?
Segolene.
Segwilin. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. Is Charles?
Yes, Charles. Yes.
Charles. Okay.
Yes. And where are you calling from today?
Okay, I am French. But I am living in Spain. But I am on holiday in France. So from France.
Okay. Good. Well, good to see you. Is there anything you need for me to make this as engaging and rich for you?
Yeah, I'm not an English speaker. English is my fourth language. Wow. And I can speak fluently 3 languages, but in English not. So if I don't understand you, I will ask you. And if you don't understand me, please let me know.
Absolutely. Okay? And if I try to keep my communication as succinct as possible, but if there's something if there's something I said that didn't make sense, absolutely ask. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I understand you did the Wheel of Life exercise.
Yeah.
And is there an area when you think of your Wheel of Life that you would want to focus our time on?
Yeah, I have 2 topics. One is tougher than the other.
Why don't you share them with me both, and then we can explore.
Okay. The first one is how I can prioritize my new life, my whole new life, and with my new role. And the second one is a very tough topic, because it's about how I could handle the separation with me and my kids.
Okay.
A few months, I loved them, and for me it's very difficult. So I've prepared them, but I'm not preparing me. So both of them are okay.
Okay, got you. So when we look at those, so one I'm sensing is more work related, and the other one's more family. Is that what I understand?
No, it's not work. It's whole life, because it's
whole life.
Yes, my whole life. The first one is with my whole life.
Yeah. And where would you say is your level of fulfillment right now when you think about your whole life from a 1 to a 10? Where would you say your level of fulfillment is?
I'm leaving my comfort zone, so yes, it's quite lower because I am losing all my benchmark, and I am starting to prepare me in my new life. So it's complicated to respond, but maybe 5 or below 5.
Right. And the same with your relationship with your children right now, based on where you are in your
Yes,
life?
yeah, it's a very good relationship.
It's a very good relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably a score much higher.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
8, 9.
8 and 9. Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Or 10, it's very good. I haven't problem with him.
Nice. So where do you feel your energy pulling you towards as we're unpacking these two areas? Your whole life, and your relationship with your children. Where do you feeling any pull?
Okay, many poor, I don't know, but I cannot speak with anybody about my future separation with my temporary separation with my kids. Maybe this one, but it's
So what
really
does
tough one.
Yeah, can you share with me this separation with your children?
Okay, I am in a very lethal, toxic workplace, so my body let me understand that it couldn't keep anymore with my dissonant life. So something pushed me in obviously changing my work. I am doing a training coach to have a PCC level, and I want to start as a counsel coach, and that will leave me to live in America. So I am leaving Spain. I want to live in America. I don't know where exactly right now, but I know that I will live alone, because I can bring all my family with the new work, and I don't know how.
Well, I just want to acknowledge your courage for making such an important choice for yourself, like getting yourself out of a toxic environment and then owning your career. So I just want to acknowledge that for a moment. That couldn't have been an easy decision to make. So so share with me more here. What's here for you now that you're choosing to live in America?
Okay, okay. It's more like a feeling, and I know that I won't stay in Europe, and I don't want to live in Africa or Oceania or Asia. So it's not by elimination, but I don't know why, but I am attracted by America. First of all, I thought that he was in United States, but I don't know if it's a feeling or a wish. I don't know. But I start to talk with doctors, American doctors, to know if my niche as a cancer coach could be reached.
Yeah.
And I know that yes. So
what are you looking forward to? What are you looking for when you think about this opportunity to come to the US? What are you looking forward to?
I want to work in a foundation of insurance. I don't work as for my own in United States, because I am a stranger, and I want to work in a big organization and as a cancer coach, basically.
And what would that give you working with these organizations? What would it give you?
Okay, I think that it will fulfill my professional life.
Yeah.
But at the same time, yes, and I think that it will fulfill maybe no, my personal life. I think I need a real big change. And to work as a coach, I can't do this in Spain or in France. And at the same time, I think I don't want to. I need a certain distance for a time.
Can you, just something that you mentioned there about fulfillment in your personal life?
Yeah.
What does that mean to have fulfillment in your personal life?
Okay, because I experienced a very strong event which made me realize that I was living in a very dissonant life.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I am seeing this the life in a different way. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So can you I'm just feeling a pull just to move a little bit. Do you mind? Do you have room to move a little bit there?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah, yeah. Could you stand up? I don't know if you can.
Okay.
Let me get my, so 1 second. Yeah, when you think about your life,
Yeah.
right? And this opportunity for you, and just breathe into the possibility of moving to America and creating more fulfillment for yourself. What's here?
Okay, I'm scared, obviously. I'm stressed because
Yeah.
it will be new, but
Yeah.
I have all my energy and my determination to go there. So I know that living that living my comfort zone will be very difficult for me, but I know that I won't backslide and that I want to. So I am very driven and determined for this.
I just feel that drive just flowing through my arms right now.
Okay.
Yeah, what's there for you? How are you
Yes.
feeling? I'm just noticing the smile on your face too as you're thinking about this.
Yes, because you are expressing that I can't do right now. So I am feeling stressed, but the positive feelings are expressed.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, oh, look at you, like you're radiating in this moment.
Yeah. Yeah, because between you and me, yeah, we could express all the feeling I have.
Yes. Yes. And how is this informing now the way you look at this move to America? When you think about all of these feelings and this drive and this radiance right now that I'm seeing in you.
I want to. I'm very driven in,
Yeah.
I'm driven. So yes, I am yeah, I am confident because I have a very strong feeling that I will do it. But meanwhile, it's
a
very
little bit,
yeah, for me. It's
very vulnerable. Yeah.
and
So if you look
stressing and scary.
of course it's going to be scary.
Yeah.
Of course you're diving into a big pool of not knowing what's going to happen, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. But you've got drive, you've got courage, you're thoughtful, you're considerate, you're passionate about this move.
Yeah. All this, yes, I agree.
Yes, of course. So when you think about, I'm going to sit down here now. When you think about the stress, when you think about your relationship with your children now,
Yeah.
what's here now? Thank you, Susan.
What's now? Yes, that means that obviously I'm not a mother with abandoning her kids. I am very close to them.
Yeah.
I have to prepare them. I have to protect them in these big changes. So I have started to, and I'm thinking about them, but I'm not thinking about me, about this separation, because I have their support right now. The oldest one know exactly what I want to do. The youngest one asked me question a little by little, and I answer everything he asked me. So I let enough space to process information. If he wants more, I will give more.
Yeah.
But I don't have time to think about me, about how I will handle this.
Right. Right. Yeah. You know, one of the things that you said there, I think is really important. You're not abandoning them.
Yes, but most of people, everybody will say that when I will
This is
leave my job.
this is not about them. This is about you and your children. This is
Yes,
about your life.
yeah, I know, but I want to
Yeah.
protect them because I don't want that people make them in their mind that I am abandoning them, because
Yeah.
I am doing this for me, but even more for them, because if I stay in Spain, I know the consequences I will have. So I will be very useful
Yeah.
living in a foreign countryside and help them when they will need me.
You're an incredible mother. You're a
I,
caring mother. You're a
yeah,
passionate mother. And
yeah,
you're not abandoning your children. Can I
no,
offer you something? Can I offer you something?
yeah, of course.
You're being a model to them of how to be an incredible human being and taking charge of her life.
Yeah, but I won't be with them. I don't know
Yeah.
how they will react when I
Yeah.
won't be with them.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel that. Can I just to wrap this coaching session up here, right? Can I just make a request?
yeah,
And
of
you
course.
probably are doing this already,
Okay.
but share your experience with your children. Share all of this incredible experience that you're going to walk into with your children.
I've done it with old son, my older son, and he told me uh, that I have to learn that I have to be selfish for me, and
Wow.
yeah, that if I was it for me, my new role was important. I had to go for it.
Yes.
Uh, he said to me that if you are happier with your new role and with going in a foreign countryside, go for it. I will be
Good.
happy for you and for
Can I
me.
leave you? Can I leave you with an inquiry then, and we'll wrap up the coaching? What is
Yeah.
it? Where else can I be selfish? And just reflect on that after we're done today. Where else can I be selfish? Okay.
I don't understand what you are
Like
doing.
what your son shared with you
Yeah,
about taking care of yourself.
yeah.
Where else in your life can you be selfish? Where else in your life can you take
Okay,
care
okay.
of you? Okay.
Mm. So,
And
yeah, okay.
yeah, okay. So I just want to acknowledge you, Segwilyn. You're magnificent. You're brilliant. You're caring. You're compassionate. You're thoughtful. You're driven. You're
Mm.
purpose led, and you've got this. Your children have got you, and you've got them. You're not abandoning anybody. You're in full love and support of them.
Yeah,
Thank you thank you
okay,
for this moment.
okay.
Okay, Segwilyn. Thank you. All right.
Sigurlin. Welcome back, everybody. And Sigurlin, they will put you back in the waiting room or backstage. Yeah, there we go. So everybody, we can't see you, but we know you're there. Take a deep breath. What I notice when the demos are happening, everybody kind of holds their breath as they're watching. So you too, Charles, beautiful work, beautiful
Thank
coact.
you.
It's such a joy um, to witness coactive coaching. Um, so, oh yes, look at all the chat. Second, you're looking all the acknowledgments of you. Oh, and look at the skills using silence, requesting, and intuition. Oh, y'all were really paying attention.
Asking permission and championing. You guys know some stuff. Awesome.
Yes. Yeah, the championing. I know you can do this. In coactive coaching, one thing Charles did so beautifully throughout this coaching was to acknowledge her. And our term of acknowledgement is when we say who the client is being. You're courageous. You're a good mom. I was just writing it down all over the place. Just you're passionate, you're caring, you're incredible. That what he's doing with acknowledgement is she gets to see who she is reflected in her coach's words, and then championing her, letting her know that he believes in her. And we in coactive coaching, we have a cornerstone: the client is naturally creative, resourceful, and whole. So that's what he's seeing in her, and he's naming. It's beautiful, powerful. Let's see.
I think we have a.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Susan.
Well, I was thinking the empathy, that's the caring of a heart, the heart of a coach. And that's the, because this is heart-based work. We use our beautiful minds, but it's our heart-based wisdom. And you got to care about the people. And Charles has a beautiful heart, so I know that. Sadie, she mentioned the skill of articulating what's going on. That is a powerful coaching skill. You know, it goes. I want to give you an example. Of course, it's scary. And of course, that's normalizing, which is a beautiful way to coach. Of course, it's scary. You've got the drive, then an acknowledgement. Of course, it's scary, followed by the acknowledgement. So many, something, I want to say something about standing up.
Yeah.
You feel the difference in the coaching? It shifted the energy. Once they stood up, it shifted the energy, but it was that embodiment of what she wants. Charles putting his hand on his heart, she put her hand on her heart, embodying what she wants.
Sometimes we get so caught in our head and analyzing and rationalizing facts and figures and stuff. But one of the beautiful things about coaching is that we can access so much more information that exists in our bodies and our senses and our feelings, that the rational brain just starts to quiet down and shut up. And then you explore other things in the client.
Exactly. And that embodiment opens up that wisdom to be explored. That's the, we call it embodiment. Established a topic. I can tell Sadie has been through this training. She knows what she's talking about. Yes, got a great, clear topic for her to focus on. Now notice that the topic was about leaving her children. However, the dance went into moving to America. You know, a change in country, huge difference. And Charles danced with that. And then the skill of hold the focus near the end of the coaching brought it back. How does this relate to your children?
Yeah, it's very easy for us as human beings to want to solve the problem immediately.
Yeah.
Right. But if we can tap into other resources within our client or other experiences with our client, maybe connect them to a value or connect them to a sense of purpose, then they could see the problem through a different lens. And I, as a coach, I'm not solving anything. I'm just creating some resonance within the client that they can shift the way they're looking at what they might be a problem in their own life.
Yeah. Knowing then they can take it and create from that. Because most what happened, this was a 15-minute coaching tops, and yet she's got her life. Most of the coaching happens away from a session. The transformation often will be an aha moment away from the session, building on something that happened there. Tiffany brought in visualizing. Yes, one of our most powerful skills. Imagine you have what you want. Just
what would be possible, or what would be here right now.
Yeah. Be available. If they can imagine it, they can create it. If they can't, then you've got another coaching session to help them imagine it. So another powerful coaching skill. Also, we're going to get to some questions in a few moments. Let's finish this debrief, but I see a few other questions. I want to bring in at the end, Charles made a request. Will you tell your children? And she said, I have. And then he left her. And when we do make a request in coactive coaching, the client can say yes or no or a counteroffer. She said, I've done that mostly. So he left her with an inquiry. Now, one thing Charles did throughout this coaching was amazing, powerful questions all over the place. They were short, open-ended, brilliant questions. Where it's that feeling pulling you, what's here for you, choosing to live in America, what are you looking forward to, what would it give you? It was just like brilliant. How is this informing your move? How is this about you and your children? Just over and over to deepen her learning. And then an inquiry is also a powerful question for the client to go think about.
Yeah. Here's a trick for me for powerful questions is the ability to hyperlink something the client said to a question, right? Yeah. Sometimes we can get it, especially for new coaches, like, okay, what's the next powerful question I can ask? Oh my God, what can I do? What can I ask? But if you're hearing the client, if you're listening, what we call it level 2, when we're actually really focused on what the client is saying, pick on a word and create a question out of the word. So you heard that she was talking about her son requesting that she be more selfish. And I use that in the inquiry, creating a powerful question as an inquiry. So when we can listen at that level about what the client is focused on, we can use things that they're saying, hyperlink it into a powerful question, and then it becomes really resonant.
Yeah, that way you don't have to sit over there thinking about what's the powerful question. Your client will give it to you.
Exactly. All right.
Charles was doing, listening is one of our contacts, and he was listening and then building on what she gave him. It was beautiful. So those are a lot of the skills. I don't think we covered all of them because they were brilliant, but we've got about 10 more minutes. Let's look at some of the questions in the chat, see if we can get answered. Stephanie asked, was this more of an example of life coaching, or does the Wheel of Life fit into all aspects of coaching niches?
I think the idea of a Wheel of Life tool can be applicable to any kind of coaching, but you can also configure it to suit your need, whether it's executive coaching, career coaching, whole life coaching, relationship coaching. I'm sure you could probably find ways of configuring that wheel to suit your need. But this here, is more general for whole life coaching.
Yeah. So when I first started coaching, I was coaching executives, and every executive I worked with, I did this Wheel of Life with. And what I told them was, you're a person who has a job, but you're a man or woman living your life. Let's look at your whole life. And then because your life impacts your work. Also, you can change those and do it. But it was important to them, and they got a lot out of using the Wheel of Life. But you can make a wheel of work, of whatever you want to do. I've done it with teams. I've made wheels for teams. Where are they? So it's just unlimited in how you can use it. But the skills are the same.
Gotcha.
Powerful questions and everything. What's the next question? Um,
Here's one. I'm beginning certification soon, and I'm working on finding paid clients to meet the coaching hour requirement. What tools, questionnaire, wheel of life, etc., would be most helpful in starting my new coaching business? Well, a
make
lot of stuff in that one.
Yeah, make sure that you go do the client game. For those of you starting certification, the client game is what we've designed to help you, to support you in getting clients. The thing I lead that, so I will tell you something I tell them. We are offering people an extraordinary experience, so invite them into an extraordinary experience of coactive coaching. It is a gift, and issue that invitation, and then do what you can to let people find you. People are hungry for coaching. And so put yourself out there in ways that are aligned with you so they can find you, and invite them into this.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure you participate or listen to the recordings of the client game.
Right. I'm interested in learning more about the courses and not necessarily taking certification. Oh, I lost it. I was wondering what I would get out of taking fundamentals as a standalone course, and if the 4 principles are covered as well. What is the benefit of taking the intermediate series on top of the fundamentals?
Oh,
Well,
go ahead.
I look at fundamentals as the buffet table of all that we will learn or unpack in the coactive training. It's a way of you getting a taste for it, and you will walk away with a lot of important skills and tools of coaching. But it is essentially a buffet. When you go into the other 4 courses, we are now deepening each of the core principles and the skills and the practices of each of those principles, so you get even a richer experience with a coactive model.
Yeah. When I went through, this was so transformative. It scared me. I could not, I just had to do one at a time. I paid a lot of money. I didn't have to, because they give you a discount when you sign up for everything. But what happened for me when I took the fundamentals was I left with skills and everything, but I left hungry. I wanted more. And so it gave me enough to get me started. But each class, I got more and more tools to use with different scenarios with clients, so that my coaching became more and more masterful. Now, certification really is what moves you toward mastery. You'll end up being a competent, good coach at the end of the classes. You'll know what you're doing. One of my friends who teaches for another coach training organization, she said one thing about coactively trained student coaches is they can coach anybody on any topic. They know what they're doing. So you have a level of competency you can trust.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the beautiful thing about how we designed this program is that, you can get whatever you want, however you want it, and if you just want a taste of coactivity, fundamentals will give you that. If you want to get a little bit more knowledge about the coactive model and what coaching can bring, yes, do the intermediate courses. But like Susan said, if you really want to get to a level of mastery or understanding or application of real core coaching skill set, certification is there for you. And if you want to carry that confidence, whether you're building your own practice or you're bringing it into your organization or whatever, doing certification will definitely set you up for success there.
Yeah. I want to just add one more, and then we'll move on to another question. One thing I'm noticing that wasn't here when I started 20 years ago is people are wanting well-trained coaches now, and they are asking about credentials, not often individuals, but if you want to do any organizations or do work with a larger group, they're wanting to know where you're trained. And often organizations that have their own coaching, they will want coactively trained coaches because they know the quality of the coaches. So if you're going to go into this as a profession, you really want to get the best training you can get and have your certifications, and even go on to get the ICF credential, for which our program prepares you for that credential. So if you, the other thing, don't do it unless it's so much fun. So if you don't have a value of fun, avoid it. How's that?
If you don't have a value of fun, avoid it. I love
Don't take the courses because it's just way too much fun.
it.
Okay, you can tell we love it. We can talk about that all day. Thank you so much for asking that question.
Yeah, awesome.
Talk about it.
Awesome.
Okay, was this a normal coaching session? Are they longer? Yeah, I do 30-minute sessions, hour sessions.
Yeah. But the thing is, I do 60-minute sessions, but we could spend 10, 15 minutes on a different topic. We
Yeah,
can cover different topics in a 60-minute session too. So
yeah. That's
Mhm.
if I have an hour session, we usually cover a couple. Yeah. Just looking other questions. Asking if you can offer perspective before giving it so that she can truly receive it. Oh yeah, that was asking permission.
Mhm. Here's one here. I just want to clarify, by giving a compliment to client, would that make us the coach and authority to give approval and therefore defeat the purpose of self-discovery for client? No, I want to make this clear. We're not complimenting the client. We're acknowledging qualities that the client is embodying, right? Compliments can be, yeah, they're a shortcut to making people feel good, right?
Yeah.
But when we can recognize a quality that the client is embodying or expressing in that moment, then that stuff resonates deeply, right?
Mhm.
So I wouldn't use the word compliment. We are acknowledging who they are being,
Yeah.
right? And that there's a much deeper recognizing who they are than just complimenting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of the skills I use most simply because what I've seen is most people, they're well aware of their shortcomings, and that gets fed a lot. They're not often aware of their strengths and who they are, and we hear it. I mean, Charles heard Sigaline's caring, and he just reflected back what he heard of her, how much she cared. And he could feel from his heart, what a good mom, what a thoughtful mom. He said, "You're so thoughtful." He could feel that. He's just reflecting back what he sees. We don't often see it. So, coach, we're mirroring for them so they can see it. We're not attached to them accepting it, but we don't want to hold back and not reflect it back. Then they can take it and run with it. Or sometimes I've had people go, "You see that in me?" I go, "Yeah." "I don't see that." "Okay."
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. But most of the time it's like, "Wow, thank you."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting. Can you start coaching after fundamentals? How would you answer that, Susan?
Absolutely. You know, don't misrepresent your training or your capabilities. Or I remember I said I'm taking a professional development course and I'm learning new skills. I would love to work with you in this format. How do you feel about it? So that whoever I worked with knew that I was learning coaching skills or and in a certification program.
Yeah.
But absolutely, most of it's a way of being with people
Mm-hmm.
in relation. So absolutely.
Yeah, in the fundamentals course, when you take it, we will cover a gamut of skills and tools for coaching. You also get practice in those tools and skills inside fundamentals. You would also practice it on somebody who's not in the class too by having a coaching client for the program. So there's a lot of opportunities within that program to actually practice the tools of coaching, which can go a long way after.
Yeah.
I know we're running out of time. There's so much more to cover.
I know. Thank you all so much for joining us. It's been a delight for us. We would love to have you back another webinar. There'll be other leaders leading them. So you'll learn from different leaders and invite other people to join you. We would love to have you.
Right. Well, thank you for sharing this time with us. thank you for Seguin for who, volunteered to be a client. I hope you got a lot out of today. And thank you, Susan, for co-leading this with me. And I appreciate everybody behind the room too, making all the technology stuff work.
Yeah, thank you to our beautiful assistants. Okay, thank you all. Happy coaching. Bye-bye.